Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I bring you the one, the only, not me, Aussie expat.
Hey, gentlemen.
Thank you for joining me. This would be very lonely and sad to do it all by myself. So, thank you for coming.
I'm expecting a call, so if I jump off for some reason, you'll know what's happening.
I see. I understand. Well, so apparently, look, I'm going to break the big news for you, Aussie expat. He is starting his own meat pie company, and I know that there are investors and tasters that are likely to, give you a call. So
they can be picky, Getting a group of investors that agree that the meat pie is fine is like that's
the only thing that you've ever done that can't be replaced by AI is your meat pie.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly your sausage roll, but I don't want to get that sort of talk started too early in the evening. Anyway, you and I have something in common that we aren't going to reveal quite yet. We'll talk about it a little bit later. We'll give the fellas time to fall in. But I don't know about you guys. I'm missing Archie. He's only been gone a few days. Aussie expat. How long do you think he's going to boycott his own show? How long?
He could use a break. It did seem like he could use a little bit of a break. So
because it's exhausting to sit here and bullshit for an hour or two.
He pays attention to the chat too much. Somehow.
Rancher, welcome, Rancher. I think he pays no attention to the chat or the stream. Clydesy, how are you?
Good. Well, other than the fact that I'm here.
Hey, isn't it a refreshing change that you're here and your archie nemesis is not?
Well, you see, it depends. Everything is a matter of perspective. I was watching something which was relatively positive and uplifting, of really in-depth documentary on Auschwitz. Then I had to leave there and go to someplace that was more depressing.
Even worse. Listen, there are a couple of funny comments already. I Archie taking a break from decades of unemployment. And this really surprises me. Nate O is apparently, Nate O, I did not think you were a friend of mine. I thought you were a friend of ours, but not of mine. And anyway, so happy to see all you fellows here. The object of the stream, guys, is to just
make
raise
Archie Goldberg again.
No, not so much MAGA. Make Archie Goldberg again. It's more along the lines of just raise a couple of bucks for the pontifical expenses. It's not cheap being unemployed and traveling all over Southeast Asia. So we'll try and raise a couple bucks for Archibald. Just got a text here from Mikey, who says he'll be here in 10 to. This is how Mike texts. I'll jump on in like 10 to 13 minutes. That's oddly specific.
Well, yes, very much so.
I think it's possible he hit the 3 instead of the 5, and just a little.
Or,
yes, or.
That's it.
Yeah.
You used to be able to live in Asia for about $50 a day. Life is certainly better at about 70 or $80. I've got no idea what it would be like today.
Wait, are you asking? Is that doable?
No, it used to be doable. I used to do it.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but you see, Archie is a different class because the extreme cost of lady boys.
Well, it truly depends on where you are. Let's see, that's $1,500 a month, grand total.
And it also depends on a whole bunch of variables, like are they post-op or are they pre-op?
You know what? Listen, most of the ladyboys that you'll see in Thailand are either pre-op or they've got upstairs surgery. They don't typically do.
It's more fun if it's pre-op, so don't stress about it.
You get a little best of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, the way that you can typically, not always, but like if you're ever looking at a woman and you're wondering, is she or isn't she? The way you can, because some of them are obviously like not women, but the ones you got to worry about are absolutely pass, and that's a lot of them. And the way you can tell is if they're just too damn perfect.
Yep.
If they're just too damn perfect because they get so much work done that they can, and the boys over there have very small frames, so. Anyway, not to get caught up in that, but what I was going to say, $1,500. If you go to places like, the province out in the middle of nowhere in the Philippines, families live on whole families.
Phil- Philippines must be like very plausible, like very, very plausible. It must be.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know how people are retiring to Vietnam, because I think they have terrible visa restrictions. Philippines pretty generous. Cambodia, $1,500 a month in Cambodia, absolutely doable. I mean, you're talking rent there of like $300. I follow this one guy who rents a very basic, air conditioner, no air conditioner, but a fan, like studio room, and it's $175 a month.
Yeah.
Cambodia.
Yeah.
And no commitments typically. Like you can get that for like a daily rate, and it's still good. But I mean, obviously, a weekly or a monthly is better.
So I think some of the cheapest places to go right now are not so much Thailand, unless you go into the hinterlands. But if you do that, there's like no English. If you're in, I think Bangkok and Phuket, they're expensive. Pattaya less so, but I think $1,500 is like about $700-800 short of what you'd want to be comfy there.
But Pattaya is nice. I think out of a lot of places, it's one of the only places you can be comfortable. It's got lots of nightlife, restaurants, clean, nice-looking hotels.
Lots of nightlife. Yeah, actually, I'm Clyde. That's what the mute button is for, Clyde.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes, I have a friend in Pattaya.
Wait, are you saying you should mute yourself while I blow my nose?
Who? Come on, Clyde. We don't need to hear your phlegm all night.
I'm a Flemish master, sir.
I don't mind hearing your Clive stream, but anyway, my buddy there owns a French restaurant in Pattaya, and he's from England, and he's a watch collector. Bunches of Tudors and Rollies. But the fun thing about
you mean he's kind of a watch collector.
There's so much fakery in Thailand that he's always catching, clients coming in there and different fake watches. He's got good at spotting them.
I imagine. The other thing too is culture. I have a Filipino background, and honestly, I don't trust Filipinos in the Philippines much. Like my mum's been ripped off by her family members many times. I hear of other people getting,
that sucks.
Thailand, I found no one ever tried to rip me off. Yeah, I was always aware, always conscious, but I never found that they tried to rip me off.
So it's like they're the Irish of the Pacific.
I don't know who you're referring to.
Yeah, I don't.
The Filipinos. Who are you trying to slam, Clyde?
I don't know.
Clarify. Okay. Well, I follow a lot of expats, American expats or Brits or whatever, Western expats that live in the Philippines, and Aussie expat. A lot of them complain about the same thing, and there is also a lot of family on family crime, but it stems really from when you have like wealthy family members who there's like one of them made it, and they're pretty much expected to just like lift everybody else.
Be the cow.
Yeah, but it can get to be where they become the ATM, and then it's just.
But my mom's not wealthy. Single mom, one kid, and works as a cleaner in a hospital. She's not wealthy, but they screw her bad.
In what country?
Melbourne, Australia.
No, she's wealthy compared to them.
Wow,
that's the difference. See, over your mom's probably making $50 a day, and they're probably making $5 a day.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Also ungrateful. Like my mum put one of my cousins through university to get a nursing degree.
Yeah.
When she completed it, and my mum visited, no, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, it's like, wow, put you through all of university.
Yeah, and it should be that kid's job to now lift, her younger siblings. But yeah, a lot of people complain about the same thing, particularly.
Actually, his Sham. Because if you actually talk to Sham's grandfather, basically lifted the entire family. Because keep in mind, he had nothing but daughters. So the dreaded lack of the Y chromosome. Why?
Why not?
Well, because he can apparently. So all the daughters. So he was like pitting all the daughters, all the sons-in-law, through college, professional school. but none of them would stay behind and help on the family business, the construction business, except Hisham. None of the grandkids did. Now all of a sudden, Grandpa before he passed decided Hisham is going to take the family business, and apparently the rest of the family did not like that very much at all. And he's like, "Well, suck a dick! Grandpa lifted you guys up."
Yeah, and he was the only one who worked with his grandfather.
Yep.
He worked for his grandfather for many years as the.
Right. That's why Grandpa got him the
Daytona
after that tragic tractor accident.
Yeah, he replaced. Well, I still don't understand how it could possibly have happened, but
you don't know Hisham very well.
Yeah, all right, fair point. But like the logistics of how your Daytona falls off your wrist, falls on the ground while you're driving a tractor, which he says he was. I can't even imagine him driving a tractor, and he runs over his Daytona. The tractor. It just seems a little bit incredible. If it weren't for Bruce Williams, I wouldn't believe it at all. Super Chad, Darth Negus, 2 pounds. What do you think of the new Omega Observatory? I don't know anything about it. What?
Well, I don't know anything about it because, of course, we come from the Archie Lecture channel.
I guess. Well, tell us about it, and then we'll tell you what we think.
Or you could pull it up.
It's one of the watches that the entire lineup they should have killed instead of trying to revamp it.
Is it a model of watch, the observatory, or is it a physical observatory to observe the heavens?
Yes, how you doing, man?
Hello, Dis.
G'day, Dis. Sorry to hear, by the way.
Yeah, how your parents? I know you got a lot going on.
Oh, I buried my dad yesterday.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Oh my God, he was dead, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure he was, Clyde.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes these family arguments can get kind of.
Clyde, we can always count upon you for sympathy and a kind word.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You know what the Shiva is? That's
yeah.
Person dies, then you rip the shirt. So I had to rip the shirt.
Yeah.
And you wear it for 7 days.
Yeah.
When you sit on the Shiva, on the dead Jew,
and you cover the mirrors.
You cover the mirrors. You don't drink. You don't
shave.
I can't say that I didn't do that, but
yeah, good.
No, actually, I guess, and as someone who has lost their parents, I'm sorry to hear that.
Did you find them, Clyde, or did they just wander off?
I tried retracing my steps.
I'm just going with the Clyde theme,
No, guys. It's fine. We can joke. Here's my dad joke.
Dad jokes. Oh, sorry.
And
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry for dad jokes.
No, dad, do it. Joke.
Last time we saw you, your mom was in the hospital.
Yeah, and my dad was also there. They both were in the
hospital. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well.
Mommy's out of the hospital. So.
Oh, all right.
Taking care of mom.
Okay. Well, you're a good son.
Right.
I know it's pretty tough.
I'm wearing my dad's watch.
Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Dis Seniors. Oh, the Omega.
It's a fantastic piece.
That's a great watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
The OG Bond Seamaster.
Yeah.
No, that
should last for. Is that the mechanical or the quartz?
No, it's the 2541.80.
So it's mechanical.
It's the OG, like the.
Those are very, very reliable. Very reliable.
Well, I'm sorry that your dad passed, but I'm glad that you have that watch and a fistful of memories. We're on the way. My family, we're going tomorrow we're flying out of here to go visit my mom, who's 88 years old, on the East Coast. So, and I don't know about you guys, but I am not looking forward to flying because I know that there's been so many problems with flights and security checks.
No, I think they've got trackers now. You can see the times. In general, they've gone to 0.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, because ICE is in charge.
Okay, now, guys, I'm saying that's being brought up in live stream comments. If only Archie paid attention to the donation questions and offered a fair opinion. Guys, what we're doing here by refusing to explicitly answer this question is upholding pre-existing standard.
Well,
I mean, if we were to start just actually doing the proper jobs, I don't think you guys would. Yeah, I don't think you guys could cope.
There have been times when I've made him, like not pass them over. all I could say is I've done my best, to try and orient him towards actually giving a little bit of value. So I guess
To some extent, I don't think super chat should immediately interrupt the train of thought of
Clyde does.
panelists mid-stream and mid-sentence.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Ultimately, the stream's for people to be entertained, and if like the tiniest super chat just kills conversation every time. It's,
Clyde thinks they should be done instantaneously, but what I tend to do is wait until there's a logical break in the conversation. Unless
that makes sense to me.
unless
And then
they're-
you give
on
it
the other hand,
time to be addressed, because I hate it when someone pays a big super chat, and because a tiny super chat
Yeah.
comes in 5 seconds later, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
let's move on.
No, you got to give
Well,
value.
apparently, the new constellation
Yeah.
observatory has a Paipan dial.
Here we go. So I looked it up, and this is it's a line of constellations. I don't
Get
know.
rid of it. Just get rid of it.
I mean, what do they cost? That would be that. Just Omega just comes out with too much stuff. 39.4 millimeters. So it's a nice size.
Eh,
And
pretty
but they're,
big.
They're like 11,000. Yeah, for you.
11,000.
They're like 11.
That's
grand.
more than a 1908, isn't
Now,
it?
now, mind you, they do have
Okay.
a nice little case back, but
How thick is that? Because it's got the coaxial. It's probably thick.
let's have.
Yeah, they're all thick.
Oh my god.
Does it even
Much
say?
like the participants on this panel.
I mean, there's a lot of
Thickness.
dials. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the Etude that, and Bill hates when I say this. I thought there's too much dead space. I thought it was too big.
I can't find the spec. Someone tell me in the commentos. I think it's a nice looking watch. It's a pretty classic looking dressy watch, but I think it's oh my god, it's a
But
bunch.
they'll eventually come out with like a Submariner version. They'll come out with a GMT version. Then they'll come out with a chronograph version.
Yeah, this is the epitome of everything wrong with Omega. They take watches that nobody cares about, overprice it, and then release 500 versions of it per year.
JT, tell him when he comes on. He's not on yet, but he'll get here.
Who?
Oh, Mike the Snake. He's in the comments. Get in here, Mikey. When
Yep. Get on there so I can leave.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, yes I am. You haven't run a mug.
Oh my god. So I have.
You don't even have the mug, do you?
Clyde, apparently. Oh no, I do. Clyde, apparently I have to drink more.
Oh really? What shows up in your blood if you don't drink enough?
Creatinine. You get your there's a level. There's creatinine, and then your BUN levels on a blood test will go up. So anyway, yes, they sent me to a kidney doctor. Basically, when she went through everything in my life, she goes, well, we'll test you again in another 3 weeks. She goes, but you're going to drink like 48 ounces of water a day, at least, or to 64. She wants me to drink, ideally, she wants me drinking a half a gallon of water a day. And I got news. I'm never really thirsty. I drink coffee all day, but she goes, yeah, no, it doesn't count.
No,
Because
this coffee is a diuretic.
yeah, exactly.
Really?
She goes, the
Diuretic.
water comes
I don't
in,
want
but the
coffee.
caffeine acts as diuretic. So something, she goes like, okay. She goes, I know you're not going to switch to decaf for everything. She goes, but decaf will hydrate you. Caffeinated coffee, not really. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do a lot of decaf.
yeah, so I'm trying to make the switch. Yeah, I'm doing what I can, but bad things happen if I don't get the level up. Then, because after that, they want to go and do ultrasounds and.
Yep.
Like when you get my age, you go to a doctor, they end up sending you to 3 other doctors. Yeah, in fact,
I hear that most of our economy is basically keeping boomers alive. I don't
Yeah,
know.
here we are, and I'm not even for a
I mean,
boomer. I'm like at the tail end of the boom. So I am a boomer technically, but I'm kind of at the tail end of it. I'm not even one of the oldest boomers by a lot.
Mark, you
Oh, so you're like in that.
Boomers? No, you don't fucking say that. You're right in the middle of boomers. Boomers from
No, the booms ended at
1965.
they-
You're
they-
1957, which is extremely
No,
right.
yeah, that's straight boomer.
Well,
Yeah,
first-
that's not.
I'm 58.
Well,
but-
60 to 65, there is a carve out for some.
Not exactly straight boomer, but you know.
just what were you trying to say before you were interrupted by these?
I wanted to tell Mike the Snake. I know his mom passed. I know she had a long faced illness for a long time. So sorry for his loss. I know exactly what he's feeling. I don't know what you feel. And Mike, I emailed you to drop me an email and we can talk. sorry for the loss, man.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who sent me messages, comments. I appreciate it. I just want to come on and tell everyone thanks.
Yes.
Talk to you guys a little. And,
Have you?
where's Archie? He called me. He called me 2 days ago when I.
He's went off to Vietnam, and he.
Otherwise, he would totally be here to commiserate your life.
Yeah,
Wow.
true. Well, that's probably true. He just said he wanted to take a couple of weeks off. He didn't really specify how long. He just said a couple of weeks. I personally, I think he'll get bored quicker than that. I wonder if he doesn't have a Fräulein, over there or what.
Mhm.
He said he's going to Vietnam, but I'm not even 100% sure. See, you know what it is with Archie? There's always a narrative, and you don't really fully know what the narrative is. And some of the narratives have carried on for like 2-3 years before you find out if you know him, well enough. Yeah, not so much. All right, should I give one up?
What do you mean?
Should I rat him out on something?
Yes.
No.
No one's watching.
You should wait for a super chat.
Nobody's watching.
All right.
We'll super chats it. Archie can't even.
Fair point. We'll wait for.
Yes.
We'll let it accumulate. But it is.
But this, what are you drinking?
Oh, water, mineral water, and smoking. 2 healthy things.
You're right. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got water. There's only water.
It's funny. Archie is MIA in Vietnam. It's funny.
Well, that's the narrative. Now, maybe indeed, maybe he really is an MIA. Hopefully, he's not a KIA. He could be in a tiger cage somewhere. It is entirely possible. But knowing him, it's possible he's somewhere else, and he just didn't want to tell us.
Well, hopefully he's not DIA, dehorned in action.
Yes. DHEA. Well, anyway, in fact, the last time that he was in a Asian place that he wouldn't tell us what it was, I knew he was in Bangkok because I saw the name of the hotel when he did his 2-minute gonzo into the alley, in front of or behind the hotel. He never left the friggin' hotel for us.
Now, just some JT73 saying some people go to Vietnam for a tour of ladyboy brothels where they feel life is hard, fuckers. Not sure that would work for you, though.
Nah, I want to find a good woman.
Well, how about a good woman?
Or can the woman have a penis?
Listen, I personally, I am personally not into ladyboys, and I think that from what I've observed in Thailand, the people who are messing around with ladyboys are by and large straight men who just find it intriguing. I don't, because they're very feminine. They really, really look like women. And in fact, some of them, will show you their pictures before and after, and I'm like, you were such a good looking guy. Why did you do that? Because I could have gone for pretty, but post and that, And well, it just depends on what they're doing. I mean, look, I guess I can't argue with that. Human thumb, I'm sure I can't. Like straight, but a lot of them are not receiving their, they're giving. But who knows? Listen, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. All I know is I was with a buddy who picked up a lady boy at the bar. We were going back to the hotel, me to my room, him to his. And we got stopped, or he got stopped, but I was right there. He got stopped by security right at the elevator bank. And the security guard took him aside and very politely said, she not woman, lady boy. And he was like, yeah, I know. He's like, okay, then you go. They just wanted to warn him in case he didn't know, because they've had a few ruckuses at that hotel, apparently, of guys discovering, at the last second, like, this is not what I bargained for.
Well, the fuller Archie keyboard soundboard, being surprised there's an ugly penis down there.
Hey guys, I'm gonna log off. I just wanted to say hi.
Well, Des, thanks for joining us, and much love and healing for you and your family.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. See you later.
Shalom. Well, that was nice of Dis to join us. Difficult times, Clyde. You're a very horrible person, Clyde.
I mean,
I do love you, but oh my God, he's all dejected. Naturally, he's in a state of shock. I think his father died no more than 24 hours ago, from what I can tell. And he said, I just buried my father. And you go, I hope he died first. Like, was he dead? That's what you said.
Well, where I'm from, some of these family arguments can get really fucking nasty.
I'm glad that he's got his father's watch. It's part of why I collect, actually, because when my father passed away, I didn't have anything of his at all. I don't have anything.
I'm really glad that he's already got his dad's watch, because otherwise I would have had to fly over there, get a shovel,
dig him up and do your thing.
Yeah.
Well, I always think about, if you're ever in that condition, I expect that the hospital staff will steal your watch.
Oh, well, remember what they did to Tony Soprano? James Gandolfini, the freaking ambulance driver, did it. Super.
Yeah, I imagine that's common.
Just the Ayatollah is dead. Well, I think he's thinking more about his mom right now than the Ayatollah, who is also dead. But there's a new Ayatollah. So, hail Caesar.
Not of rock and roll.
Yeah. The king is dead. Long live the king. There's a new one. So, did we really accomplish anything?
He shall.
It's just a new one.
Yes.
But anyway, so
this is how continuity of leadership works. But
Mikey, sure. Thanks for joining us. How you making out, man?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Yesterday we finalized emptying my mom's apartment out, and so it's been kind of a whirlwind of dealing with everything. So I haven't really had time to, absorb this. And she passed away just like four days ago or so. So, like, I'm not even like trying to feel anything about it.
No.
I mean, of course, it's a big giant bummer, right? I mean, of course, but at the same time, like, I'm not inheriting anything. There's everybody thinks I'm rich. My family's all rich, and well, we're not. And so
it's the other branch of your family that has all the wineries and stuff, right?
No, it's my dad and my brother. That was their baby, and that if anything, like, loses money or breaks even every year, that was never anything of value to me, and so I'm not even sure if they own the vineyard anymore. It was that little of a deal to me. But
well, we're glad you're here. HR wants to come in, and HR, I will let you in. Just give us a moment to be poignant for a moment without you, but I'll have just stand by. We'll get you in here in a minute.
Now, if you need to make room for HR, I can always just bail on here and just complete.
glad you got to do what you got to do, but I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
You can
I'm always happy to have it with Clive here.
Yeah, same. Me too. Well, Mikey, I don't know. They say it takes you like a year to get used to massive changes when there's a death.
Yet no mug has been rubbed. I'd like to point that out.
Well, yeah, somebody told me 3 weeks is when, like, it hits you, like, like a hammer, and you have the breakdown. And
that or the funeral.
We're cremating, but we will have a celebration of life ceremony, and maybe that'll be when, because I'm sure I'm gonna have to get up and speak. She had many friends, and there will be a lot of people showing up to it, but it won't be for a while. Maybe even enough time for me to make and earn. Who knows?
Oh my God! You could put Mom on the lathe.
Now, yeah, I've told my kids that I want to be cremated, and for a very simple reason. I believe practice makes perfect.
Can we do it now? Oh shit! I was just going to let you in, HR, and you disappeared. I was literally pushing the button. Come back. I even had my segue.
Sam
ready.
Coulter in this chat thinks I'm fucking. He says. Stop talking rubbish. You've been waiting for this for a long time to make your money. Fuck you, dude.
Well, Mikey, how many times
I'm not
have I told
making. I'm not making a penny out of this. All I did was lose my mom. All right, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it in a nutshell. Um, I'm there's no inheritance. There's no fucking anything.
Mikey, I've told you many times, don't read the comments. You're a sensitive man. Don't read the comments.
Well, I'm one of the few people that does play both sides of the fence here on this
Really?
show.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
Not like that.
Totally misunderstood you for a second.
Yeah, I meant like the chat and the.
I thought you're not talking about Ross Rachel Brady sort of shit, right?
Well, that too, a little bit, but
all right, fair enough.
I won't get into detail there.
Thank you.
But, yeah.
You should wait for a super chat before you get into sort of that detail.
I do read the chats, and
Yeah, me too, to be honest with you. But
I always have.
You gotta pick one. You got to ignore the nasty shit, otherwise there's more nasty shit.
Yeah, exactly. And if you try to reply to every nasty one, then they just multiply and get worse. Because there's stupid people.
I'm hoping for $20, $30, a red one maybe, so I can bust Archie out on one of his biggest narratives. He calls it the narrative. And there's been so many that honestly, I have found it very difficult. Oh, Clyde's back. I didn't even know you were gone, Clyde. It's been very difficult to sort out fact from fiction with him. Which is why when the burglary happened, it took me a hot minute to decide it really did happen.
Yes. Or would it be harder? Would it be a harder time separating fat from friction?
Yes, another good.
Well, fat helps with friction. It's
OMG,
slippery.
Clyde, your jokes are the light. They are the $10. Marley VY5. Mike. Oh, so mean. Mike, the liar, just like you lied about the 930, the fake cat, or Harvey's. Well, come on, mom's dead. Get the shopping list out, baby.
You're lying about this too. You're rich, Michael. A new Bronco? No, I only mentioned it. I was interested in looking at one, and when I went and found out the price, I fucking turned around and walked out because I don't have $58,000, not even to finance.
And they don't deal. And, they do no dealing. Anyway, thank you for your $10.
Thanks for the $10. But Mike the liar. Yeah, great.
Well, whatever. Mike wishes he was as rich as you think he is. $10.
Definitely not.
$5. And, Black Cat 997. Mike, best wishes. See, there's a nice one, Mike.
Thank you, Black Cat.
Yeah,
very nice of you. Thank you.
T85. Jesus' show is 90% rainbow talk each time I log on.
Actually, Mike, me and Mark have been talking about you, and we're alternatively liked and disliked, but I actually think you're more like beloved.
Love what?
Beloved.
Oh, I'm beloved?
Yes.
Where's the punchline, Clyde? Go ahead.
By the verse, you mean?
Yeah, by the verse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's a fair.
That's kind of flattering.
Yeah, I mean, you have one or two guys who love to roast you, but I think they.
Oh yeah, you annoy the shit out of me half the time, but half the time you don't.
That's great. That's great. At
least that's okay.
At least half the time I don't.
It's just mad about your ratios are better than this.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I try my best. That's all I can do.
All right. Well, look. Let's do.
And I actually think you're the genuine article.
Nobody knows.
That I am. My stories are true.
It's a gentle sort of roasting.
And
yes.
Yeah,
I don't know, Mike.
More like a roasting.
You got some alien stories that I'm not too sure about.
Well, then let's clarify.
Yes.
Ask away. Let me straighten it out. If you
well, I mean, out of all the panelists, Mike, you're the only one that seems sensitive about these accusations that you have money.
I'm not sensitive about it. I just like people.
Just saying it's not true.
Calling me rich and calling me liar and make comments like you're just waiting for your mom to die so you can get your inheritance kind of comments. Yeah, I'm going to say something back. Okay.
Well, you're a little sensitive like a nipple, not oversensitive like a penis.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's take a look at the watch on your wrist. Don't burn anything, but give us a quick peek.
No, it's all under control. It's all under control.
We're wanting to get a quick wristwatch check.
Oh, okay. I missed your request.
Whist.
Oh, here we go, Lagoon Blue. It's beautiful weather out here. So
what's amazing about that? Here's what's amazing about that watch is it's a very small watch, but it looks like it fits you to a T.
Yeah,
Is that
it's
an
100%.
OP? Is that an OP?
No,
this is a Black Bay 54.
right.
So
Oh,
this
okay.
is the homage to the first Submariner. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
37 millimeters.
Well,
Yep.
it
I
fits
say-
your wrist very well. It would look small on my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
it's
dropped-
very long in this way. I should pull out the 58, but it's basically
Lug
the
to
same
lug.
size as the 58, but sideways it's like,
Yep.
like 2 millimeters smaller.
Well, your wrist complements it well. Also,
the
you know
lug-
what your wrist would also complement?
All right.
Here we go. Horns.
The lug to lug distance, I think, is probably one of the most important dimensions on any watch.
I
Really,
would agree
Oh,
with
sorry
that.
about that. Mark will get you to later.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
you can make
Anyway,
a big watch.
I'm gonna, I'll show you the watch I'm wearing in a second or two. I picked something up from the AD myself just yesterday. I'm very happy to have it.
And you're not going to show it because you haven't been paid to do it, so, right?
Well, all right, Clyde.
Hashtag standards.
Raise the money, Clyde. Go ahead, make the pitch for the super chats. Go ahead.
Now, guys,
Mhm.
we actually have Mark just picked something up from the AD, and like a super chat, and you'll have an exclusive. It's a watch you really haven't seen that often. It's a watch that's still fairly rare, but not entirely unapproachable.
Mm.
So, guys, super chat now, super chat well, super chat long, super chat hard. And Mark
I estimate it's still more difficult than a Daytona.
Wow, more difficult than look. Let me let HR on real quick because I made him wait before. HR.
Hey guys, great to be on the panel. Mike, firstly, I'm really sorry to hear about your mum. I've got two questions for you. The first question is, when you bought that the black Submariner, did they not have any bluesies in stock? Is that why you bought the black one?
Let's not answer him. Let's just let him ask the questions. Go ahead.
Okay.
What are your other questions?
Okay. Next question is,
I don't want a bluesy. I wanted exactly what I got, which was a
Mike,
41 millimeter black sub.
you're deluded. Everybody would take a bluesy over a black, but that's fine. Okay,
Not me.
Mike.
Not
Okay, that's
me.
fine. Mike, next question. Given the current situation, what car are you going to buy?
I'm not buying anything. I have everything I
not?
want right now.
Well, no, wait, HR. You got
Because
legitimate answers to legitimate questions, but I have a question for you.
Yeah. Well, no,
Why-
I don't answer questions. I ask questions.
Well, I haven't
I wanna-
answered the question yet. I haven't
Okay.
answered
No.
that.
All right, go ahead.
Oh,
first
now
question.
here's a nice. Again, this is my earlier point.
Go ahead, Mikey.
No,
I-
Go ahead,
actually,
Mikey.
now read the
Um,
super chat, dude.
There's no
We'll get there,
no
Craig.
new cars in my near future because I am content. I have everything I want right now, and there's no reason for me to search for a new car. I've got my Cube, which will run forever. I've got my race car that I take out. I'm
Why not,
taking it
Mike?
out.
Mike, you're rich now. You're rich.
But wait,
No,
I have
I'm not.
I
I'm
have I have an HR
Yes, you
question.
are.
I have
The
an
inheritance, big boy. You're rich.
HR, why
No,
did
I
you
didn't
buy
inherit-
half a,
I didn't
God damn it,
inherit
nobody
that.
let me
Hold
talk.
on, I'm speaking to Mark.
Go
I'm
ahead.
speaking to Mike.
$10, Davy Smalls. Some support for the show. Chingao.
Thank you.
Nice. Now let's let Mark talk.
Thank you, that.
No,
Davey. So,
Mike, you talk. I'm talking to you, Mark.
HR, why did you buy half a gold?
I'm not
watch?
talking to you, Mark. I'm talking.
Why did you buy half?
I'm
a gold
talking to Mike.
watch?
I'm talking to Mike.
Okay.
Not you, Mark.
All right.
All right.
Mikey, ask him why he bought half a gold watch instead of a full gold watch.
Yeah, Mark.
Go
He
on,
was
ask
talking to Mike.
Ask him, Mikey.
Mark, he
Ask
was not talking to you. He was talking to Mike.
I'll never own a
I wanna point
bluesy
this out.
because if I own a blue sub, it's going to be white gold blue.
So just reenact this to me. So you went into the AD and you said, "Hey, have you got any bluesies?" They went, "No, but you can have this black one." And you went, okay." What the fuck?
No,
What the fuck, Mike?
That's not how it went down.
Yes, it was. I was next to you when you bought it. You went, okay.
I forget.
Hey man, I'll have the
forget you were
black one because I'll have the black one because I really That's the only one you got in stock, man.
Yeah,
Mikey,
I have a
Mikey,
follow-up.
I forgot you were
God
there.
damn it.
So
I was there.
Go ahead and tell the story. I mean, you
I've
tell
got
it.
a-
Okay.
I
So
did.
let me tell you a story. Let me tell a story. So you walked in, you had a vest on, and you just had your pants on. You went, "Hey man, I've just come from Chick-fil-A. Have you got any bluesies, brother?" And they went,
Actually-
"Hey, no.
actually,
Well, I'm telling the story, Mike. No. Hold on. Let me finish the
Well,
story. Let me finish the story. So you went in. No. Let me finish the story. So you went in your pants and a vest and said, "Hey man, you got any bluesies, man?" And they went, Sorry, strawberry Mike. No, sorry, blueberry Mike. We've only got the blacks." And you went, "Oh, okay, that'll do, man. I'll pay 10,000 over retail. Take my money, man."
HR, why didn't you buy a full gold watch? You bought a half gold watch instead. Why is
No.
that?
I didn't answer the question.
No, HR.
All right.
decided-
I'll answer the question.
So-
You know why? No, hold on. You know why I didn't buy it? Because Mummy bought it for me. I didn't buy it. What do you make of that, Mark?
I think Mummy's cheap.
HR, I've decided this live
Go
stream
on.
is big enough for the both of us.
Super chat.
All right. See you later, Archer.
To respond to your little accusation there, I've done business with the outfit that I bought my sub from before. Bought 3 watches.
You've done
from
business
them,
with an
actually.
outfit? That sounds a bit suspect. What do you mean an outfit? What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean? What do
It's
you
like
think of that?
a jeweler.
All right, let me
and,
read,
you know,
guys.
that
Let me read
carried
this.
high-end watches in their case.
Let me just read this.
So they're into high-end
Don't-
watches, but they
God
didn't
damn
sell
it.
you the bluesy. They sold you the black.
They didn't have a bluesy.
Would you
first of
fucking
all.
go?
Fuck!
Fuck! I'm gonna put both of you back in backstage if you don't stop. Let me.
Go
Just,
backstage. I'm not.
all right. Anyway, here I just want to read this, and then he's off.
Okay.
Okay. I need to be able to read, guys. You gotta let me talk when I need to read. MT85 super chat. My AD promised me a Starbucks or Bruce Wayne for my birthday. The fuck does that mean? Like he's giving it to you as a present? That's awesome. I never heard of that before.
Nice, MT. Those are very good. But you're right. Like I'm surprised you care about that. I don't know your full collection, but I get the feeling you get treated well. I don't know.
I also feel like it's a sad state of. I totally get the super chat. I understand the point. I do, but it does seem like what a state of affairs where the present is they'll take your $12,000. The present.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Bring more donuts, boys.
Ironic.
Yes. HR and ARC, hop on for fuck's sake. HR, you're welcome to come back. I just needed you to let me talk a minute. Super chat from Black Cat. Black Bay 54, my dream watch. I am a skinny guy. People in HR make me miserable. This is a great show today. Well,
yeah, the Black Bay 54. I'd love a regular one to some extent. Tiny amount.
No. Listen to me. We talked about this.
Yeah.
We should. I have one, and you have a Black Bay 58 that you don't hardly ever wear. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. We should trade. Think about it.
That's the exact same problem though. A black diver. I don't need more of those.
No. You the number of them you have will remain the same. However, you'll get one that is a more appropriate size for you, and so will I. And that's that's why I propose the change. Okay. Anyway, think about it. $10, Marley. Oh no, Michael, you're a multimillionaire. Don't lie to us again. Only a multimillionaire could afford to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars on ill-fated hobbies, wasting millions.
I haven't lost hundreds of thousands. I definitely have lost money, but like when I sold off everything I owned to get the Porsche and then turned around and resold it, it left me with enough to buy one back of my collection, and so I'm just kind of a one and done with my sub, and it allowed me to just park some money away, and that's the situation. And yeah, everything kind of like it might seem like I've got a lot of money, but I just basically sold something and then had the money to go buy the next thing in line, and so
That's why I'm selling some stuff off now, Mikey, because I put too much money.
Mark, I just
recycle the money.
I've just got to pull up what Black Cat said. He's talking about a Black Bay 54's dream watch. What? You couldn't afford a Rolex? You got to settle for the shit of Tudor? You couldn't afford a real watch? You couldn't afford the Rolex? You got to settle for the Tudor?
Mighty
you're making me want to flex on you, man. Don't make me do that.
Hold on. Black Cat, why don't you grow some fucking balls and get a Rolex instead of these shit of Tudors? A Black Bay 54? That's like no. Hold on, Mark. That's like going to a massage centre and getting a kiss. I want to be jerked off. I want to be jerked off. Jerk it off, baby, and swallow it. Don't just kiss me.
If it's a long, slow kiss, it might be all right.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I want you to swallow my children. Swallow them, baby.
You know what?
Gosh.
I only wish your mother had swallowed you. That is really tragic.
What do you make of that, Mark?
I think it's a tragedy that your mother didn't swallow you. But I
A
still
Tudor? Sarah Huckabee?
Come on. Does your bluesy look as good as this? Come on.
That's a nice one.
What's that? A Tudor? Oh, fuck. That's a shitter, Ozzy. Get that off my screen.
Mighty bold talk for a man with
the fucking Tudor.
Mighty
Ozzy,
bold talk
what?
with
Ozzy, you couldn't afford the Rolex? You couldn't afford the Rolex?
I can't even spit it out. Mighty bold talk for a man with half a gold watch.
Ozzy, why are you walking around with a headset on like you're some fucking Steve Jobs CEO? You don't even own your house.
Why did you steal Mark's avatar? Why is that?
I worship Narc. All right.
But he doesn't like you. He tells you that when he comes on, you have to get off.
Well, I know, but I like the abuse.
Are you one of these English boys who likes to be caned by your woman?
Caned? I'm not sure about caned. Sometimes I like it when she scratches my back. That turns me on.
You like her to pretend that, you know.
Does anybody know where the term rule of thumb came from?
Comes from sticking thumbs up arseholes.
In the Middle East, you're not supposed to be able to beat your wife with a stick any larger than the thickness of diameter of your thumb. That's where that
I would never marry a man
came
with big
from.
thumbs.
So, Mike, that's an interesting one. But let me ask you a question: would you ever take a girl on a date to Home Depot wearing straight cut jeans, boot cut jeans, no ankles, no thighs, no quads, like Watch Nicholas? Would you do that?
Would I go where?
Okay, let me try again. Would you ever take a chick on a date to Home Depot wearing running shoes, straight boot cut jeans with no thighs, no quads, and no ankles? Yes or no?
Why would you go on a date in Home Depot in the first place? Why would
exactly? I'm asking you, Mike.
Super chat. I can, but I am legend and I have financial sense.
No, you're financially crippled. That's why you can't afford a Rolex, Black Cat. A Tudor. Fuck, man. That's all you can get. A Tudor. You couldn't pay me to wear a Tudor on my wrist. My wrist is sacred for the bluesy. No shit of Tudors. What do you think of that, Aussie expat? With your headset.
It sounds like someone who couldn't afford more than one watch.
I mean,
what do you mean? What does that mean?
It's $5,000. People say that's like, a shitter.
Most Tudor owners I know actually own multiple Rolexes. It's just that they're bored.
Okay, let me explain, right? If you go from a Rolex, you got a fit Russian model, right? Buying a Tudor is getting like a really fat, obese American that's on, all the benefits and everything. And you're telling me you want to fuck her? No!
Two is more than one. Two is more than one.
I want the fit Russian model. I want the Russian model, Aussie. What do you make of that, Mike?
Look, the heart wants what the heart wants. 3 is more than 2. 5 is more than 3.
I want the fine model every night, slurping on it. I don't want the fat bitch.
I got a question for you, HR.
Sure.
Would you ever take a woman to Walmart and take her to get a manicure on a date? Would you do that?
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, I'm wondering if you.
What's that, Mark? Is that an iPhone 5?
I'm wondering what's with that thumbnail, and are you using a pencil sharpener to clip your nails? Like
Mark, it's the stress of the interview. I've been biting my thumb.
It's a chainsaw.
It's the stress of the interview, Mark.
It's not just the thumb. It's like if you look at the other fingers, they're equally.
Okay, wait. Put me full screen. I'll show you my fingers. Put me full screen. I'll show you. I'll show you my fingers. Put me full screen.
Turn on your camera first. Now let's see that. Let's see the other. Ooh.
That's all right.
Let's see the other hand.
Nicely
I want-
clipped.
Let's see that thumbnail. Would you put that thumbnail? No. Tilt that thumbnail. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, no, that one's been gnawed on. That one's been gnawed on
I mean,
hard.
did you trim that with a fucking chainsaw? Like, what the fuck?
Seen worse.
He fell asleep with his pet
It's,
rabbit in the room. Remember that kid that they had a pet rabbit that they let loose and the kid in the crib.
Wait, Mark, stop looking at my legs. Stop looking at my legs.
Is that a Kia?
The rabbit
Like,
jumped in the kid's crib
you
and
driving
ate
a
it.
shitty Kia, and you're like going to complain about my Genesis?
I've never complained about your Genesis.
Is
I
that
complained about the stinking Lincoln.
Okay, so here's what we know now. You have half a gold watch, which apparently you're very lucky to have.
No, Mummy bought it for me. Mummy bought it for me. Get it right.
Because you drive a Kia. And
No, and also, no. Mummy bought me the Kia as well. Mummy bought me the Kia.
And you bite your thumbnail back to the knuckles on both hands. Interesting. Okay. Well,
So what do you make of that then?
Is it possible that Mike the Mistake is right and you still suck your thumb?
Oh, it's only on weekends. It's only on weekends.
Does Narc have cooler fingers than you?
Don't talk about my idol like that, Narc.
There is quite a lot of
Van Luck says bluesy in a Kia is interesting.
There is
you know the difference? I don't know anything on either of them. What do you make of that, Mark?
There is quite a lot of talk about the state of your thumb and your fingers.
It's the stress of this job. It's the stress of the job. It's the stress of the job.
I see. Well, why do you repeat yourself? Is that an Australian thing? You know?
No, it's because I'm Narc Junior. Come on.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you for coming. It was enjoyable having you. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say? I give you 10 minutes. All right. Just
right. One thing. I just want to say, as a former Jew, it's been great being on this show.
We're glad you're here.
All right. I'm going to jump off because I've got to do the dishes.
Can I ask a question about the former Jew thing? Did they sew your circumcision back on? Is that like how that works? Like, what if I leave Judaism? Are they going to like sew a piece back on me, or how's it work?
Did you just assume my gender?
You're just not allowed to be a Catholic again. You got to go to Islam.
Wait. You got the Columbia Polo on again? You got the Columbia Polo on again?
I've been looking for a better polo. I've been looking, but you know.
Well, you know, he never leaves the house. To be honest with you, I didn't even put on clothes till an hour ago. Like,
no, Mark,
I have like 6 of these.
You own your house. Aussie expat doesn't. Even Mike owns his house.
No, I don't own my house.
I retract that.
Mortgage rates are going up. Prices are coming down. It might be a buying opportunity.
And rent is coming down. Though.
Mike, I think your beeper's going off. I can hear it.
Really?
Yeah. I can hear it. It's quite high pitched. Just have a quick check, brother.
My hearing is no.
Have a quick check.
Think so.
There you go. I just heard it.
Well, because you just pushed the button.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't.
Wait. Did you just check it?
I did. Here, I'll show it to you again.
There you go. I just heard it.
Well done.
Here's my sugar.
Oh, wow,
92.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's very, very good.
No,
See,
I have my sugar very well under control.
Archie doesn't like it when you do this, but I do.
Now my A1C is very low. I'm off of insulin.
Wow.
Since losing all this weight.
Really?
And do you
take metformin or any of those?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
But when I first got diagnosed, like the numbers were so crazy high, they started me on insulin right away.
Oh, no kidding.
And I was on it for years, but since losing this weight, you know, my sugar started I started getting low warnings from my beeper, and so I just cut out the insulin.
Yeah.
And my blood sugar, unless I eat, you know, candy or ice cream, my blood sugar levels out around 100. And that's just the state of the.
Well done, Mike. Well done indeed.
Well done, Blueberry Mike.
They put me on metformin too, but they put me on the metformin extended release, which apparently is better for your stomach. Like it doesn't hit all at once because some people get digestive issues from it.
Yeah.
But,
No, in my case, it leaves me hungerless.
you know,
All right,
that's
all right.
funny.
This is boring. This is boring. I'm gonna go.
Bye. Thank you for coming, HR.
Sorry,
it is
I've finished cooking, so I have to go. I
Oh,
might
dear.
come on later, but
Now
it's
you have-
after dinner.
Now you have to go eat it.
Hey, Ozzy, it's always
Well,
a pleasure.
Thanks for
Catch you
sharing.
later, Mike.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Good luck.
Well, Mikey, I think it's time that I reveal. Clyde said that we should get a super chat for it. Well, just come on, guys, help me out. Just a little teeny super chat, not for me. Do it for the Pontiff, who's MIA somewhere in Vietnam, presumably. And I'll show you what's on the other end of this. It is nice. It is nice. And Aussie Expat said he thinks it's harder to get than a Daytona. Mikey, why are you muted? Did I do that, or did you? There you go. All better.
Yeah, I was typing, so I muted myself when
okay.
I typed because
Gotcha.
in the past I'd be typing along and somebody'd say, "Hey, fucking mute yourself."
Clyde blows his nose, hawks up loogies. He does everything without muting himself. So I appreciate.
If you notice, I'm much better about remembering to switch my audio over to the correct setting because
I know we haven't had a
yeah.
problem. $4.99 Davey Smalls. Thank you for the $4.99. All right, I'm going to take that for the big reveal, guys. So I got a call from the AD. Well, I didn't get a call. I got a text, and it just said, "Hey, how you doing? Do you have time for a call?" And I saw that, and I went, "Poof!" You know, because when you get a text from the Rolex AD.
Yeah. Are you getting your land dweller?
So, okay, well, that's why I called him. Like, I immediately texted. When I went in there to pick up the watch, by the way, we were laughing, and I go, I almost had a heart attack when I saw that text from you. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'll tell you what, people don't answer texts from their wives immediately. He goes, but when I text somebody, they answer instantly. Anyway, the long and the short of it was, this text was from my friend Brian, the general manager over at James and Sons in Orland Park, Illinois, and I was afraid to ask, like, what's up? So, and I also didn't want to just jump right on. What do you got for me? So I texted him and had a chit chat about family, his kids, mine, and his grandkids and stuff. And then finally I was like, okay, so what's the big reveal? And it was this.
Ooh.
It was not the land dweller. It was how fitting is this? It's the pink dial, basically the David Beckham edition.
Is that a Tudor?
Of the Tudor chrono. Yeah, it's a Tudor chronograph. Now, I already had one. I had the Panda one, which is a little bit hard to get also.
With three subdials instead of two?
No, it's the exact same watch. It's just the Panda configuration.
Okay, so
white dial, black.
White around the subdials.
Instead of the Jubilee 5-link bracelet, the Panda one has the 3-link or oyster style.
Yeah, the oyster. Okay.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't love that watch. So because it just feels like it's kind of thick and chunky, and so I've had mixed feelings about that particular watch. And so when he called me to offer me, because I had expressed interest like 2 years ago in this one, and he says, I got one, I got your name on it. I didn't want to say no because I remembered telling him, to get it for me, please. And then he finally did, and I know it's really, really hard to get. So as I'm driving to the AD, I'm trying to psych myself out, and I'm listening to a video about somebody who had one, and it was the Aussie Expat going on and on about his. We'll continue this right after this super chat. $10. Multi-millionaire Mike O'Marley. What are you buying first? Another winery, another broken car, another watch, 3 times the retail. For the last time, Mike got his watch at a good price. Not
yeah.
I
got my watch for $1,000 at least under like any listing I could find. More like 2,000 under. I paid $13,500 out the door for my unworn box and papers 41 millimeter sub.
You did really, really, really.
I did really well on
Did you
that.
say 13.1 out the door, including sales tax?
13.5 out the door, including sales tax.
You did super good on that price.
Yeah, I did.
All right, you see that, Marley? You see that, Marley?
Retribution.
No, you got a tremendous price. No, you did very well. I don't think you could buy that on Chrono anywhere.
No, they're listing for 16.5 right now.
That is so. Yeah, no, for sure. Crazy. Nice. Okay, Black Cat, $5. HR, when I'm a millionaire like Aussie, expat, or Goldberg, I will purchase a Rolex. I'm semi-rich, but not that much. Black Cat, your money is so much better in the stock market. Like right now, the stock market is going down, right? So buy. This is not the time to sell stock. This is time to buy it. And if, depending on your age, you know, if you got time to wait it out, it's much better off in the stock market. You know, if I were you, I'd rather wear a nice Seiko or a Citizen and put $5,000 into the stock market if I was, under 40. So that's what I would be doing. But thank you for the super chat. Anyway,
people are requesting proof of card.
Fuck that. You don't have to. You owe nothing to nobody.
I can run and go get it. It's in the other room.
Well, you may, but
got it all.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
So here, look, Mike. Here's the thing that surprised me. One of the reasons that I wasn't in love with the other one of these that I have, it's upstairs. The reason that I wasn't in love with it was it just felt thick and big, and it just felt thick and big. But I assume it has to do with this beautiful tapering bracelet and the T-fit clasp, because I'm pretty sure that the dimensions are all identical, but this wears smaller, and I just, for the life of me, don't know why.
Now, does that watch? Now, I remember Tudor, their clasps have little ceramic detent balls on them, which is like something I've not seen on any other watch, and it's a very cool thing.
Yeah, so that is right here.
Yeah, all right. So it's got the
right here, and so you can see it right there. There's one on each side.
Yeah.
And what that does is it's ceramic on steel when it closes, when it clicks close. So there's less friction than the steel, ball bearing that.
Yeah, steel on steel.
Yes, exactly.
My watch is in the shop right now.
Wait, what?
Well, I had a link switched from one side of the clasp to the other so the watch would wear better on my wrist. And when he did it, I don't think he Loctited the screws. And that's why I couldn't get my glide lock to pop open, because I think the screw backed out, and I didn't want to force it. So I took it back to my jeweler, and he's just going to tighten everything up and give it back to me in a day or so.
Most of those kinds of jobs I can do myself, but every once in a while I fuck it up.
Believe me, I tried, and there's not much mechanically I can't do, but I wasn't going to force anything with my beautiful Rolex.
100%. Plus, my eyes are not what they used to be, and we're dealing with tiny little screwdrivers. And unless you have those like loops that go right on your eyeglasses that magnify all watchmakers have horrible eyes from dealing with tiny little things. So they have the glasses that have the loop. Oh, there you go. Yeah, but no, that's a loop that you hold. They have the ones on.
No, this one you squint and you hold it up again. It's like you put it in your eye like this.
Oh, it's a monocle. Hold on, Mike. Let's take a closer look at you.
Well, now it's broken and gone.
Oh no.
No, it's not. It just fell on the floor. But I believe these loops are designed to be held by you squinting, and it's supposed to stay on your eye like this, so you can
Mike, I suggest that you try a little super glue.
Yeah, exactly.
If you just squirt a little super glue on the rim of that thing, it'll stay.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this TV show called The Pit? It's on I watch it on Hulu, but anyway, it's about a hospital in Pittsburgh. Have you heard about it? It's about an ER.
Oh, I've seen commercials for it, but I haven't seen it.
It's very, very, very good. So I recommend it if you have Hulu or whatever it's really broadcasted on. But this one patient came in. She was putting on fake eyelashes, and they kept falling off Then they come with glue from like the dollar store, but she used super glue to keep them on, and she glued her eyes shut. She couldn't open her eyes, so she had to go to the hospital to get her eyes open. It was funny.
Damn. If you use super glue, the only thing they can use to soften super glue is acetone.
It's just like a solvent, right?
Yeah, really
nail polish,
aggressive solvent.
nail polish remover.
Well, nail polish is primarily acetone.
Acetone, yeah.
So
I'm enjoying
either or will work. One has a little bit of perfume in it, and the other's just straight, acetone.
Yeah. So interesting. Yes, this is an ER spinoff, which is funny because ER was like 20 years ago, 25, 30. ER was eons ago, decades. And Noah Wiley played the young twink, med student, and now he's the grizzled old veteran. And interestingly, he writes it, and I don't know if he directs it, but he writes it and produces it. So he's the main writer on this show. So I think Noah Wiley is just making absolute bank.
What's it about?
Good for an emergency room. It's an emergency.
Oh, okay, that's right. I remember. I remember seeing the commercials for it, but I've not seen any episodes.
What they do is they take like one whole, I think, like 12-hour shift in the.
Oh,
ER.
okay.
So each episode covers one full, I think, 12-hour shift in the ER, something like that.
I get it. Okay.
And it's kind of graphic. It's very good. The only thing that annoys me slightly is, if you've ever been in a hospital or the ER, here's what you know: the attendings, meaning the actual full-blown doctors, they don't hang out with you that much. They don't hold your hand. You're lucky if you can get a nurse to do that. So, and in this show, for dramatic purposes, they might have somebody, in the hospital where there's like 3 doctors trying to console them, and that never happens because those fucking guys are too busy. Oh, Mikey. This is another one.
Okay.
$10. Marley, Michael, why did you pay $18,000 for a replica from a sketchy pawnbroker? Why didn't you buy one from the AD? Is that why Wolven took so long to pay you? Man, this guy remembers every little thing.
Yeah. First of all,
and Wolven did pay.
I years ago, I paid $16, I think, plus tax for at the top of the bubble. For this exact same, not this watch, but my sub, 41 millimeter sub, and so the after taxes came out to around 18, whatever. But my latest one I got for such a smoking deal, it absolutely like puts me right square, because I got such a smoking deal on this one. This one was never worn in the box and papers, every hang tag, the little white hang tag clip, the little tab, and everything. It was an unworn brand new watch.
Marley, why are you so convinced that it was $18,000? And by the way, if it was $18,000, well, congratulations to Mike for having $18,000 to waste on a watch without thinking twice.
Yeah, anybody else, nobody be even giving a second thought about it.
Right.
It's funny how.
I'm sure you have the receipt from the jewelry store, which shows the amount, but I don't want you showing it. It's going to have your name and address and stuff like that. I don't want you doxing yourself, but I'm sure you have the receipt.
I could go get the receipt and I'll cover my name. And
all right. Well, you know what? Well, let's shut this. Let's shut this down.
You want to shut it down?
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Let's shut it down. Marley, for your $30 worth of super chats, we're going to give you some value. And speaking of value, who do we have here? Doc.
What is happening, guys? How are you?
It's been a rip-roaring show, and I'm glad you're here because I'm getting ready to end it soon. So you're true to form.
But you've only gone an hour, man.
No, it's an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but we'll give it an hour and a half. We'll stay for 20 minutes, I think.
Well, I wanted to give you some advice because I heard you talking about this new pink panda you got.
I did. Let me knock this out. Hold on, Doc. Sit tight. Don't move. We got to hear what you want to say. But first, MT85, $2 show and tell time. Let's see the receipts, baby. So what's going on here, Doc, is MT85 and a couple of the boys have been fisting poor Mikey that he overpaid for this watch. And he's going to cover his.
I thought he meant your receipt for your new pink Panda.
No. They've been fisting Michael. They say that he bought a fake watch for too much money. And it's neither fake nor expensive. He got a good deal on the watch.
He got it from his watchmaker, I thought.
A jeweler that he's bought and sold to from before.
Right.
So Michael's covering up so he doesn't dox himself, and then you're gonna hold up the receipts, and it's about time. Hey, you know what, Mike? Don't show it yet, Mike. Can you hear me?
He can't hear you.
No, I know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him a second because I don't. Mikey, can you wait? All right.
Now he can hear you.
Okay, Michael, don't show it yet. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have you hold off for just a minute, and I just want to see if any of you other punters out there. If any of you other punters out there, have anything to say about all of this nonsense, go ahead and let's see a couple of bucks for Mikey, and we'll show you the receipts. So far, we got MT85 and we got Marley, but just give me one or two more little ones.
Booklet,
but the price, we don't know about the price.
Card, and
this is just to say it's a Rolex, right?
I got the hang tag and the little white hang tag, plastic piece that goes with it.
That's called.
All right, hang on, Mikey. We're
called the hang tag helper.
We're almost ready for the receipts.
Hang tag assistant.
Two things first, and here's the first one of them. $10, Marley. Oh boy, the torture cult. Is that because you're a chiropractor? The torture cult.
Well, everybody has different levels of respect. I understand.
Yeah, well, you're the torture cold fake doctor. Doc, when you broke your last C1 vertebrae in a foolish attempt to cure common cold, did you feel remorse? Did the EMTs, because you're like paralyzing people, right?
It's called manipulation.
That's what she said. Do the EMTs have you on a frequent flyer program? Marley, show sponsor tonight, by the way. Thank you, Marley.
Thank you for the super chat, and like I said, everybody has different levels of respect for chiropractors, and we do the Lord's work.
Vicious. Okay. And we have a member chat from Davey Smalls. This is all I can afford. Davey, we appreciate your being.
That's all you need to afford.
That is correct. All right, Mikey, I'm going to put you up big.
For almost 2 years.
Michael is about to provide the receipts for this watch that you all say he overpaid for. We got to get it to focus, Mikey.
And there you go. I can see that.
12 something, and then is it 12? Hang on.
It looks like it's saying 13 something.
It's hanging. Yeah, it should. It should come out. Move it. Mikey, I'm going to vomit. It's wiggling too much. 13.5 order total. There we go.
He said 13.5, and it is 13.5. Put that down, Mike. You've got it up there long enough. We don't want people to. They're gonna do what they do. But.
Now, what do you fuckers say about that? Good job. Well done. Well fisted.
And now,
well done.
And now we have the whole story.
We do. And now you know the rest of the story. Now, Mikey, you did show us.
That old guy, isn't it?
I forget his name, but yeah. Mikey, find the card and put your finger over the serial number, but then hold up the card.
Ooh, this is bonus time.
Right? There you go. Turn it over. I mean, the backside. There we go, gentlemen.
2024 model.
Tis official.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that on your plate.
Tis official. Good job.
Loose tooth. I see 13.5. I see 13.5. This is funny. I see 13.5 plus 5,000 for a total of 18.5. No, you did not.
I finally.
Now, was this a Rolex? Is this a Rolex authorized dealer, or this was not from a Rolex person?
No, it was not from an AD. It was from a jewelry shop that jewelry and coins and stuff. And they always have 5 or 6 really nice watches in their case. And I noted that they had, that one. And after I sold my car, I had intentions of rebuilding my collection, which I had sold off to get the car. So when I went back, it was still there, so I nabbed it, and the price was fantastic. So no complaints.
Well, they say it's a pawnbroker, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, everybody jokes about that, but it definitely was not that.
No,
they're a reputable family business for the last 35 years, still there, and
by the way, I wouldn't mind buying a 41 millimeter black sub with box and papers from a pawn shop for $13,500. Who gives a fuck where it comes from?
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind. I've bought similar. You know where I got my 40 millimeter one? I got my 40 millimeter black sub off of eBay, and it's a jewelry store who also sells on eBay. And it was naked, right? And I paid $8,500 for it. It's obviously a few years ago when it was cheaper, but it was naked. Anyway, I get the watch. I'm very happy with the watch, but it's a naked watch. So okay, I paid a good price. They email me and they said, "Hey, we found the box and papers for that watch that you bought. Would you like them at no charge? If so, we'll ship them to you on our nickel." And I was thrilled. So they did, and I got the box and papers for that watch. So I bought one off of eBay for $8,500 full set. So I'm just telling you, doesn't matter where it comes from.
I mostly came on because you were talking about your Tudor chronographs and how your Panda didn't quite feel as nice as your new pink Panda.
I think it has to do with the bracelet. I'm guessing. Otherwise, I don't know.
Here's the thing, Mark, and I know you love doing this almost as much as I do. You can play around with it. You can swap bracelets on those things and see what it feels like.
Do you know what? I literally asked my AD, "Can I do that?" And he said he scratched his head. And he said, "I think so," because he didn't think.
I think so too.
But I'm the guy who would scratch up my watches, both of them, doing it. So. No, I'm not going to do it. In fact, what I want to do now is
a holes case. I can't remember.
No, no holes case.
They don't want you even taking the bracelet off.
No, probably not. But I'll sell that. If anybody wants to buy a Tudor Panda chrono full set, I have it. I bought it from Rancher, who owned it for 6 months and then moved it on.
6 months. He went probably about 3 months longer than normal.
Mike is the super chat. Davey Smalls. Mike, is this the jeweler from near the Safeway?
No.
Didn't know there was one near the Safeway.
Well, he has a number of stores. He's got an antique store in the town of Sonoma. He's got his main store in downtown Santa Rosa, and he's got another jewelry store next to the Safeway. But they don't have any watches in that store. It's just purely jewelry at that store. And so there it is.
Well, Mike, this has been a hell of a night. I got to tell you, I revealed the Pink Panther, or as I like to call it, the Pepto-Bismol. Aussie Expat has one also. He calls it the Pinky. I think the Pink Panther is a better name. I got to figure out how to sell the Panda one. But anyway, I revealed this, which is nice. You finally have put to bed a long-held rumor about your watch that it was fake. You've shown box and papers and warranty card, and that you overpaid for it. And in fact, you showed the receipt showing you paid exactly what you've been saying all along, $13,500, and that included the tax, which is a really, really good price.
Somebody in the chat mentioned that he mentioned pawn shops don't have to charge tax on used things, but I didn't buy from a pawn shop. And in any case, that was the out the door price, and so I didn't ask any questions. I just forked the money over, and,
the big perineum. Well, Doc, what's going on with you?
What is going on with me? Well, I'm still wearing the Starbucks, I guess they call it.
Oh, it's so nice.
I I'm not sure I find it as nice as everybody else says. I'm not wearing it today. Today I'm wearing Space.
Why do you not love your Starbucks? Why do you not love it?
I like it. I don't love it though, but I do like it.
I think you're just not used to wearing something that was made in this century.
Well, that's part of it, and like I'm wearing my first Amiga Space, and I have to admit, there's just something about the vintage charm that does it for me. Even though this is only a 5-year-old watch.
You like your ladies young and your watch is old. I guess that's all there is to it.
This is true.
It's such a good watch.
Well, the Starbucks I'm sure is good. I think it's gonna. The question is, if I ever do pull the trigger on a Kermit, which one do I like more?
Well, we know you'll like the Kermit more because it's old and flimsy and aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum bezeled and all those good things.
So yeah, you like that. But this is a nice holding piece, and it'll get you by. And if you ever want to, get out of it, it'll be easy. It'll be easy peasy to get out.
Yeah, I'll make a little bit on it.
Yeah, you certainly won't lose, and that's like the big deal.
And everything's good. So, but luckily,
Submariner is a liquid. Luckily,
the war hasn't affected me so badly that I need to sell any of my watches.
Yeah, what's a tank of gas costing you these days, Doc? I just paid $64. I don't have a big car.
I haven't gotten. I don't drive a lot, so I haven't gotten gas.
Yeah.
But one time since the war started.
I was in California last week, but just to put a lid on things a little bit, Democrats getting all uppity about Trump and gas is a little rich when they were getting upset when people were putting Biden did that stickers on the gas pumps, and they thought that was stupid. Now they're trying to gloat, but if you look at the national average gas price, it's still like $4.
I don't want
under
to gloat.
$4. It's not even close to.
It's not even
Sorry?
that high. It's not even as high.
No,
as
yeah, national average like $3. I don't know. It's not
375 or 320 or something.
Wow, I wish it was that. Here it's much it's like $4.50 here.
Super cost me $6.75, $6.79 a gallon for super, and $5.79 for regular.
Yeah, to fact check, it's $3.98 at the moment. $3.98 is national average.
Well, here's the problem. It has skyrocketed like $1.50 in just since the war started. So Trump had done a couple things that I really, really liked. We had low gas prices. We had closed border. I don't like how he closed the border. Well, I like how he closed the border. I just think you could do it without so much Gestapo. But definitely the immigration thing needed to stop. Thank you, Biden. He fucked that up. And so that was a good thing. But then he had the gas prices under control, which was bringing inflation down. And then the stock market was raging and going like crazy. And now it's flipped. The gas is rocketing up and the stock market is rocketing down. And if you
war will do that to you.
Right? So couldn't we have just had a couple of bunker busters, a few little missiles? Did we have to focus on regime?
He's so busy trying to focus on his own legacy that he's completely fucking everything up. Yeah, he's fucking everything up.
Yeah, his legacy is forever tarnished, just like Bush when he did the Iraq, but worse. Yeah. There will be someone debating in 20 years, and the same way that Trump was talking about Bush, they will be talking about Trump.
He's only talking to Bibi, you know what I mean? Like he's in that room, and Bibi's saying, "Oh, think about how history will write about you," and blah blah blah. But he's not thinking about anybody else in the room or in the country. It's just, how do I make Israel happy?
And you two guys used to love him. You two guys used to love him.
No, to be clear, ever since his first term when he banned guns, I've not been a supporter. But that's specific policies, he didn't ban agree
guns. With. He just banned the bump stock, but he didn't ban guns.
No, that's guns. That's weaponizing the ATF.
I see. Gas is expensive, but at least things are going smoothly at the airports. Thank God. I really hope so because I'm flying.
No, that's sarcasm, Mark.
Oh, I see.
No, my understanding is that ICE has cleared everything up. There's instantaneous change.
Here's what ICE is supposed to be doing. First off, they're not paying TSA agents. They're not, and that's why.
That's not his fault. None of this is his fault.
I'd read the TSA agents aren't getting paid, but at least the control tower people.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. Listen. I don't know who personally is responsible for TSA not getting paid. That's not where I was going with this. What I'm saying is that fucked up the airport because a lot of them calling in sick or quitting. ICE has gone in to do certain jobs that to alleviate TSA to do what TSA only can do. So ICE has not taken over the TSA checkout, but what ICE is doing is they're doing some of the.
That's a great idea.
You know, right? Yeah, I agree because frankly, I agree with that because otherwise there's not enough personnel, and ICE is paid through a different bucket that is that wasn't turned off. So, however, there is a partial government shutdown ongoing, and that is why TSA isn't getting paid, and that's fucking crazy. All the assholes on each side of the aisle have got to fix that shit.
No, check it out. Check it out. We got CNN, straight from the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
We got green lights everywhere across the country.
Well, good. Yeah, we need that. Like, cause I'm flying. I would like to be.
If you can share my screen, that way people don't.
And you know,
that way it's not a matter of opinion. People say, "Oh, it's crazy." We're doing well.
We're looking at gas prices. What are we looking at here? Oh,
wait times. Wait times.
Good. Thank
These
God.
are all good. The only ones that are red, they're just not reporting.
Is this TSA wait times or is it flight times?
TSA wait times.
No, that's good.
That whole LaGuardia crash is
we'll go up to the top where it said 120 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening there. What is that?
I don't know. It's Houston. It's Houston.
I'd suggest this is some kind of reporting problem. No, I mean, it's such a round number. But it seems odd to me.
All right. I did hear there were problems in Houston. Maybe they just weren't clear. Okay. You know.
I don't know. It's such a round number that. Oh look, IAH Terminal E's got 120, but the other terminal is 5. I don't know if someone's in Houston. You tell us like what's the difference between these two terminals? This seems quite odd. I don't know.
Well, let's just hope tomorrow is
a better day.
Is a better day. I will be in the United Club sucking down mimosas and Bloody Marys and having 3 breakfasts before getting on the plane. But I got to get through security in order to do that.
Interesting. They're not reporting at all.
Knowing you have pre-check.
I have pre-check, but the kitten doesn't. So here's the way this usually works. And by the way, sometimes we get through security at the same time. Am I going to wait and go through with him? Fuck no. I go through my princess line, and then I meet him at the United Club.
Why don't you drop him? Oh, how do you get there? Do you drive? No.
We park off site and take a shuttle.
So why not?
Because you've got quite
him off at the airport, and then so he can get through the TSA, and then you.
No, because his TSA and my pre-check, he's not usually more than 15 minutes behind me. You know, not usually. Now, who knows? So
the main difference is like how they treat you, which shouldn't be the case. But
correct. Take off your shoes. Take off your belt.
Introduction of madness, just to be extra cautious. You could drop him off, and he could get into this, his line, and then you can park, come back, and go through the pre-check pretty smoothly. Because pre-check is pretty smooth.
Yeah. We'll
I've dropped. What's that private service? Clear. I've dropped that. That was a waste of time in Las Vegas. There were times when the Clear line was longer than the TSA pre-check line. It was so stupid. So stupid.
I see and I understand. Well, boys, it's been a rocking and rolling hour and a half. I'm glad you fellas came on to join. And I got to say, you and I are now Pink Panther buddies.
Oh, nice.
We're pinky friends. You're not wearing your pinky now, but you do.
Should I get it?
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll add anything to the stream.
Right. Well, we could be pinky pals.
Are you only going to do an hour and a half today, Mark?
Yeah. I think.
All right.
I'm getting down to I think we're wrapping this baby up. But I do want Aussie Expat to go get his pinky, and I was listening to his video. Aussie Expat has a watch channel, and I was listening to his video that he made when he was on the way to pick his up, and I was listening to that video in my car on the way to pick mine up. Yeah.
Nice.
So okay, Mikey, you asked me was it a land dweller when I got that text from the AD, and I got excited.
Been a good guess.
I know, right? But it wasn't. It was this, so I went for this. But when I got there, he had a land dweller for me to try on, an exhibition one. And it was the first time I had handled one, and I like it. It's thin, but
that was the first time, because it's in person when you get the land dweller. Like in photos, it's fine, but in person you realize they really put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, 100% right. First of all, the dial looks just kind of like okay in pictures, but in reality, it has texture and depth. So there's a lot more going on that dial than you would think. Look at us. Yeah. And the back of it is like the back of the land dweller is amazing. I think I like the back of it, the display back, better almost as much as the front.
I looked very closely at the 36 and the 40 because they have the same movement. I tried to like understand like how did they make the 40 not look
probably a spacer.
Inadequate. You can't really tell that it's not.
I handled them both also because he had a steel in 40, which I tried on, and I also tried on the Everose in 36 millimeter.
You got to admit the Everose does look better.
I mean,
it's not for you. I'm not saying you should get it. I'm just saying it looks amazing.
I had a hard time. I can't really judge, and I'll tell you why, because it wasn't apples and apples because of the size difference. Chat Black Cat, $5. You guys will all be wrong about the Iran war. I hate Trump, but I think it will go well. Listen, your
Thank
lips
you, Black Cat.
I hate Trump
be
too.
Delusional if they wish. You know, Iran is.
I think you should call up. I think you should call up Trump because he might love to hear that from someone that they think it's going to go all well. I was like, that would be news to me.
True story. I'm about to tell you a true story. And I have the receipts for this one, but I can't. But it would be wrong. I can't show you. But I have the fucking video of this. So my literary agent has produced a number of books with a lot of conservative senators and like Jeanine Pirro and Judge Jeanine. She produced multiple books with Rand Paul. And she worked on Don Jr.'s book. I forget what it was called. I think it was called Triggered. And this was during his first term. During his first term, we were in New York together at a hotel. We had just pitched a book that we got a contract for, so it all went really well. But anyway, my agent, whose name is Kate, she put her phone down in the lobby. We were, just going to have a cup of coffee and say goodbye. She put her phone down, talked to my co-author, and her phone starts to ring. So I pick it up. It's an iPhone. I turn it over to just see, what it is. I'm going to hand it to her. And it says, I guess I was being nosy, but it said unidentified, or I don't know. It had an unusual, notice on the phone. I hand it to her. She looks at it. She shows it to me again. And I go, it's probably spam. I would just push the red button. She goes, you never know. She pushes the green button. She goes, hold on. She's like, hello. And her eyes get big. And it was, and the next thing I know, I hear her going, Mr. President. And it was Trump. It was, his secretary called and then patched through to Trump. Because he had been working on, she had worked on a bunch of books with people that, anyway, he knew. And he fucking called her. And so I just whipped out my camera, and I couldn't hear him, but I could hear her. And so I videoed, because I wanted her to have a souvenir of the time when the fucking president of the United States called her. And before they hung up, she came over by me and put it on speaker for just the quick goodbye, so I could hear his voice and know that, it really was him. And it really fucking was. And he was telling her that she said, I would just love to come meet you. And he goes, yes, we'll have you to the Oval Office. We'll have lunch here. And so she was on the moon. And then before any of that got arranged, 4 days later, the impeachment came through. And, obviously he was very, very busy for the following year and unable to meet with her, I guess. So, but there I was the day that Trump
the real question is, does she really want to meet him now?
Yeah. Oh, listen, there are people who are
wait a minute. She's a boomer. So
there are people who are conditional about, like they voted for Trump not as the cult of personality, but because of the promises and the expectations, which I think is you two. And then there are people who just drank the Kool-Aid, and it has to do with the cult of personality. And there's not a lot, there's not a lot that he could do that would change their minds. And she's on that team. So our politics are violently different. But I love this woman. She's been
What about the fact that Trump's running mate? His opposition was female, and there's a large contingency of the world that doesn't even acknowledge women at all. And I think
a woman, Mike.
I'll answer
Doc,
that some other time.
How much? I mean, I think the left likes to think that the right is just involved in this cult of personality. I've heard that many times.
They are, honestly.
There is. Like, I've not met someone who is like just.
The left tends to be more the sort of the cult thing, and so they want to think that the right does the same thing.
But I've never met anyone that's like unabashedly for Trump. I mean, most are begrudgingly Trump.
Well, that is true.
Some, but they're all like 60 plus.
Right.
There are some people where it is cult of personality.
It's always a choice between the lesser of two evils. Always.
No, but like I know someone close to me, and he thinks I'm in the cult of personality camp with Trump, and I told him I don't even support him. Like, in my book, he's a gun grabber. I didn't support him last time around. I never voted for the guy, and somehow because I won't spread lies like that he was involved with the stuff that Epstein was involved in. Just because I won't spread lies or partake in their lies, they think that I'm just a cult of personality guy. I'm like, no, I read this stuff. Like, I know what's real and what's not.
Well, I'm glad we got all this settled. But you know what? I've seen a lot of evolution, and Trump has lost an awful lot of support. And the funny thing is from some of his very old line supporters like you guys, and from people who are begrudgingly starting to say, okay, a couple good things are happening. There's a lot I don't like, but some good things are happening. That was me. He's slowly or quickly losing all of us. As far as this Iran war goes, the couple guys in the comments who think it's all going to be over soon and it will be fine and will have helped us.
Because they don't know that the official media reports are that they're already talking about boots on the ground. They just don't call it that.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. And you predicted that a long time ago, Don.
I saw a short where they're dropping paratroopers in at present.
Well, and this is kind of a common.
It might be true, might not. It's a little news blurb I saw. But
here's a common perspective. Go to Iran, have this debate. Oh, you can't because they're bad people. Well, the government there is bad people. There's just no question about that. But if you just ask Google, to list the number of countries that are extremely repressive to their own citizens, I did that, and there's like 50 or 60 of them. I mean, and we're not out there, policing the whole world. In fact, Trump got elected on
regime changing all of those 50.
Yeah, and Trump actually ran on no new wars, no regime change. I saw a clip of him
specifically the Middle East, no long-term Middle East. He specifically targeted the Middle East.
When I objected to this war, some lady on Facebook said, "Don't you care about the Iranian people?" I'm like, lady, you don't give a fuck about the Iranian people.
Yeah, no, I see that a lot. Yeah, I see that a lot. Like, I do care about the Iranian people, and I'm close to Iranians here in America, but you have to understand, war is not good for people in Iran, regardless of their regime. Actual war, bombing their water supply, bombing their energy supply, bombing everything in their economy, doesn't actually help the regular people.
And even if it does, Trump was elected on no regime change, no new wars. All right, listen, I know
he was elected to make America great again, not try to help Iran or do what Israel wants.
All I know is if you read the comments here, he still has some fans left, and that is to be expected. He still does. All right, boys and girls. Well, listen, thank you for having me. No, I never wanted to go to Iran. That is true. Iran is, I'm pretty sure, a terrible place with a terrible government. But they are just one of many, many terrible places with terrible governments. I'm pretty glad I'm here instead, even with all this bullshit going on right now. I still love me some America. I am an American. I love my country, and I think we're privileged to be here. Last thing is the black cat.
Proud to be an American.
At least I know I'm. Let's hang out at Aussie Expat sometime here in Vegas. The Iranian people deserve to be free.
Oh wow, yeah, but Black Cat. I didn't know you're in Vegas, or you're occasionally in Vegas or something. Absolutely. On any of my videos on my watch channel, there's a link on Discord. That's how the best way to get in touch with me.
There you go, guys. Yeah. All right, fellas. Thank you for coming. Let's enjoy a little Archie. And okay, real quick, when the next one is.
Enjoy our watches.
Is not going to be going to run a show after this?
Well, Tan might. Nobody else is going to after this. I personally won't be back here until Monday. So see you then.
Well, hi guys, it's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW.